Alright, we are officially live, people. And as people can tell, some stuff has changed from the fucking Foundry because it decided to update today. And now, most of my modules not functional. And I'm gonna go slap Alexander over here. Fucking.
Nah. Nah.
Oh no, you wanna play that game? First, let me drink real quick.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Can't slap me when I'm in the other room, motherfucker.
You wanna say shit? You wanna say shit? Motherfucker! I'm thinking me and pee some shit right now. I literally had to move my entire fucking thing just to get down here, just to slap you. Alright, so, where the fuck did we leave off last time? With the two wanted? Because he wanted to test my patience!
Yeah.
So I'm curious, can I just do this? Wait, can I just...
I don't know. Can you?
Look, this is a hippopotamus.
That's it. That's it. I'm leaving. Nothing you can do to stop me.
There we go. That works. Why are you on about?
Never mind, I'm coming back.
Yeah, let me just make sure there's some NPCs here so I don't forget myself. Yeah, there we go. I still have the baby. I still have the baby griffin here, and it's just adorable to look at.
Just a little guy.
Yeah, you get him.
We love the baby griffin.
Goodbye, baby griffin.
They better become a recurring NPC.
I mean, two of you guys have feathers, so up to you. There's no idea. Fuck, I don't care how big the room is. I cast fireball.
I don't want to hear anything from the guy who looks like he's doing partial blackface.
Oh, you're making fun of me because of my race now, you racist? I'm supposed to be doing that. I'm the drow here.
I'm just saying,
Happening?
part of your face is pink, or is purple. Part of your neck is mostly purple, and yet a lot of your face is darker, like it was painted.
It's because of that, because I have a curse, you ass.
Hey guys, can we at least go to the blacksmith and turn in the cart?
Maybe.
At least all his goods.
What cart? Slowly slides it into bag holding.
I already made a deal with him. I'd rather not break it. I am a merchant of my word.
You are, but what am I? Not a merchant and not of my word. I'm kidding. Maybe.
Vincent will just be staring at you and do the lizard one eye blink at a time.
Just poke him in the eye that's not closed and walk away.
Okay.
I'm kidding. None of this is in character because session hasn't started.
Well, technically,
Yeah, I know.
we're about to start. So, as you all remember from the last time, essentially, all of you were basically still in the cave, and then you essentially saw a fucking griffin pull up, and then the griffin was like, "Hey, where's my baby?" Man was like, I'm gonna eat a loot. Before fucking getting mauled by it. Then two of you basically calm down the fucking Griffin after finding babies. And then afterwards, some of you got some feathers from the Griffin, and made it back to make it back with Revan after dropping off the assistant from that Braum had. Oh, and he looked really bad, the assistant. Literally, they were toying with him so much.
He got fucked up.
Yeah, he was missing an eye, wasn't he? Because it got cauterized over.
Poor bastard.
Yeah, he had a lot of damage done to him.
It's a lot of damage. Well, since we are here, let's get the blacksmith's materials back.
Alright. You guys can move your
I think-
characters. So.
Did I give my weapon to
Revan?
Raven? Yeah.
Yeah. He told you after a day you can basically come grab it.
Mhm.
Because he needs some time to work on it, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, it looks way better than before.
Yeah, you seeing all the fancy stuff? You see what we're missing?
Yeah. But it's okay.
Why did the church go missing?
It's south.
Oh yeah, by the way, since now there's windows, you guys can see through the windows and see how different it looks on the inside.
Oh, boy.
You're telling me I can window peek over here?
I cannot see through the window.
Is it not fixed properly? Hold on.
I only see so little.
Oh, hold
Oh,
on.
you
Did I
can't see
put
through the
lighting
window.
in here? Oh, I don't think I properly put lighting in here. Is that better? No. Oh,
I see the top, I don't see the bottom. Now I see.
Oh, yeah, you have to get close to the window. That's why.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I have to get like right up on it. Vincent, okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to move it, lagged on me. Just
But yeah.
two friends.
But yeah, so what is the plan now that you guys got back to? Kinda base camp, kinda not really base camp?
Well, for starters, me and Vincent are gonna go visit the blacksmith and let him know we got his stuff.
And then I'm gonna be helping to repair his cart.
And Isabella
Two
tagging along.
bros walking down the street, 5 feet apart, because we're not gay.
What about the other three?
I would assume everyone would come in here because we're together, but maybe not.
Well, I'm trying to figure that
Yeah.
out. I don't know what everyone else is doing.
I guess we're all going just so we can check out the stuff.
Just
I
so we
believe-
all can get
oh.
the reward.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess Alexander's gonna go.
Yeah, I
mess-
forgot. We
just
also
gonna-
got the gold from as well. Meaning I can start getting more stuff to sell to people.
Just gonna
Yay.
leave him in there while I close the door. But yeah, as you all see, you approach back to Bertram, who basically stares at all of you. You all came back successfully. How may I be of assistance?
We
Well,
have returned with your cart and the items that were stolen.
Wonderful, wonderful. He says as he's like, gives himself like a bit of a big smile as you see, hold on, let me bring this dumbass over here. There we go. Yeah, I forgot to tokenize him.
I love just seeing this little JPEG just sliding through the door.
It is kind of funny. As he's basically starting to unload the stuff into the building. You have a lot of stuff, by the way. That cart, definitely full. Alright, Craftsman takes his stuff seriously after all. That is very fair. What do you want it at? Just leave it by over here. Understood. Pardon me, sorry. Really heavy.
Maybe I should.
So then, I did promise a reward. I know some of you forego the concept of me paying you. As one of you did want an armor request, I believe?
Who wanted the armor request?
Nev, that's you.
Yes, I did indeed make the request. I understand if it requires perhaps a bit too much materials for a free favor.
Let's see. Depends. Are you trying to look for a standard set, or are you trying to look for a fully plated kind of armor?
I'm seeking to have a set of full plate armor. Nothing fancy, no special bells or whistles. Just solid and sturdy.
Well, let's see. I can do plate, though that is going to take roughly a day properly. Not to say it would take forever, it's just the process of making such armor is going to take a while. Not to mention to make sure it fits on you proper.
We have some obligations to take care of here in town. I will be around for the necessary time.
Of course, of course. Now, I did promise other people something. I don't know if you were more into the concept of having a gold, or if some of you wanted to potentially do trade.
Well, you did get me the dagger already as a prepay, so I'm good.
And for the rest of you lot?
I mean, I don't really need anything. I'm pretty fine how it is.
I saw the, by the way, I saw the baby message. It's adorable.
Yeah. She had chocolate for the first time.
Aww.
Chocolate and her first cookie. She didn't actually eat it, she mainly just chewed on it.
Baby.
The little guy.
You see Isabella looking, thinking very hard if she needs another armor or not, while Fiat thinks about if she does need it or not. I don't know if I want half plate or not. She would ask if he has studded leather armor. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
can hear
okay.
you. Sorry, I was just getting a message.
Because it's okay.
don't have anything to add to that.
Alright, let me
Oh,
just...
Who's
Yeah,
that?
Bandit
That was
also...
Bandit.
Bandit also wasn't feeling too well, so... It's okay.
Oh,
Mhm.
It's gonna be a chill session today, so don't worry.
Hey, with all these updates, I can actually put all my spells on my sheet.
Hell yeah.
I don't have to use D&D Beyond's character sheet anymore.
But yeah, I was gonna say... Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I pushed a button. What happened?
it all exploded. We all died.
Can't believe it. How could you, Knight?
No, it's okay. Whew.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just zooming in on Revan real quick.
Alright, so let me just go to Cynthia and... There we go! Cynthia, cease. So,
I
what
might
was it
need
you...
to-
A type of armor? Was it?
Studded leather.
So leather shouldn't be too hard. Actually, I think I have a pair somewhere. Hold on, one moment. He says as he goes over and...
Vincent
looks-
was the one who had all our money, right?
Well, not everyone's money, but I do have most of it at the moment.
Because
Here you go.
Yeah, okay.
He has like a standard set of studded leather armor, essentially. Which is a 11 plus your dex. However, the interesting...
No.
Huh?
it's 12 plus. It's 12
Oh, right,
plus
I
X.
forgot. Studded leather armor is weird.
Studded leather is 12, leather is 11.
Yeah. I forgot,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I have the things open while I was thinking what I want.
But yeah.
I kind of like we did.
But the interesting thing, as I was going to mention with the studded leather, is that you notice that some of the pieces are made with silver. Which, you were surprised he was able to get his hands on. As the metal itself gives this studded leather armor just a little bonus. That little bonus is that... Well, simply put, any kind of undead will particularly avoid you. Not exactly like, you
Ooh.
know, ignore you, but more like, that one's holied. That one has silver on it. Nope. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
not
You're
touch.
the last choice that they want.
Yeah.
Can I get this instead of the money reward?
Of course. Perfectly fine.
I appreciate it.
And as that goes
I
on...
will add this.
Oh, sorry. Now you continue.
No, nothing.
Alexander, you hear that he's like, I can either give you a small item or work on something for you, or... And then you hear it, money?
Yeah, I'll take the money, thank you. As Alexander's looking around for fucking lockpicking tools.
Oh, sure. Hold on, let me go to you, lad. He kind of walks over to you and hands you a bag of 25.
Hell yeah.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Yeah, I'm looking for some lockpicking tools.
Oh, that shouldn't be too hard. 1 second. You see him, like, make his rounds as he's, like, going over and grabbing the small little set. On the house for the ones who helped me get my loot back.
You're very kind, sir.
Lockpicking set, all acquired for you. As for you, sir,
Hell yeah.
what was your name again, if you don't mind me asking? He says to, Kivas.
I'm called Stalwart.
Mr. Stalwart, I'll make sure to have your armor ready. I just need to take a few measurements if you don't mind.
By all means. Do you wish for me to remove my current set?
None. Don't worry. It actually helps to see how much of it's embedded into the muscle, basically.
Fair enough. And I'm just gonna kind of, stand there, let him measure me, move stuff as he needs. Like if he needs me to raise an arm, I raise an arm.
You know, you lot are quite interesting. I didn't expect a group of adventurers to basically travel so far out from, well, most of the major cities. He says as he's, like, measuring you.
I don't know how typical this is for the rest of my group, but for a time, I myself was a wandering soldier.
I've traveled route a lot, mostly since I trade things.
I see. Well, truthfully, we don't get many people coming by our small little hovel. In fact, aside from the houses on the outskirts, there's not much here. I tend to what I can, and basically help to those who are passing by.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's just funny how when people message, I get suddenly dragged over to them.
Yeah, everybody does.
Everyone does, yeah.
Yeah. At least we know who's got priority, essentially, but... But yeah, he just continues. But yeah, our small little home is ours. We don't really have much towards it. The Skyrim memes. No, they're Oblivion.
Sorry, I wanted to
Sorry.
continue the guard train just once.
But yes.
In another life, Kaivis would be a guard in an Elder Scrolls game.
I was an adventurer once until I
Man.
got an arrow to my knee.
Someone stole his sweet roll.
And knee to my arrow. That was not a mistake.
I read it as is, and then my brain was like, I think she meant arrow to my knee.
No. I'm being silly.
Silly little goober over here. Well, we accept it here on fucking Goofballs Incorporated over here. Seriously, I'm perfectly fine if you guys goob around. Just tell them when it matters, okay? So this is
Alright, I'm gonna go get a room. Talk with y'all later. As Alexander leaves, now having both his lockpick and gold.
Oh. Goodbye.
Yeah, he's a young
Don't
lad.
waste all the money.
He's a young lad. Let him do his thing. But yes, the only time we ever get any outside interaction from the cities are usually from people who tend to be from the Isle over there. What would I just read? Yo! God, for a second I'm like, what did Bandit send? I'm like, oh god, I just adopted another bandit. I'm okay with it. Oh goodness, you're gonna fit quite well into this, don't you worry. In this chaotic friend group of ours. But yeah, the Isle of Arson. Essentially, most guards would come here to request some weaponry. In fact, I believe in a few days they're going to arrive to grab their set. But I feel a little bad for them, essentially.
Why is that?
Well, the truth is, some of them are very loyal to their cause, and I accept it. I was even once a blacksmith for royalty myself, before deciding to travel on outwards. He says as he's still measuring Kivas. Though, I will say, some of the gods, they have a few bad apples. Not to say all of them are terrible. And, of course, our kingdom very much appreciates their help when anything happens.
Ow.
Well, what was that?
Something fell, pulled out my headphones, pulled my head down.
Oof.
So God just...
Mostly just heard the echo from my laptop mic. Sorry about that.
It's okay. God just wanted to pull you down for a moment.
Fuck him.
But yeah. As you may tell, a lot of us here very much appreciate the Arrow for their protection. Just have the small apples here and there. Though I will say, our king is quite interesting of this land. See, King Tariff is actually used to be an ex-god of the land. And before, the more advancements of the world started developing, he grew up back then where magic was very rare. Before it even became a proper concept. Not to say that he was old enough to basically see the world born, but he didn't basically see the world grow up with magic as intently as it does now. Very rustic kind of man, if you will. But he does give us protection as well. He says as he finishes measuring Kivas. As he then goes ahead and goes over to the meddling forge and sees how much metal he has. Should be enough for a good suit. I hope iron is okay. It's the most common resource I'm willing to give up.
Iron is fine. Iron is sturdy, strong, and quite literally lets you bang out the dents.
Of course. He says as he grabs it and then looks over how much he's going to need. And you see like he puts up about... Well, it looks to be about 6 ingots, or roughly about 2 pounds worth of iron. You don't need a lot of metal to basically make a good suit of armor. You just need enough of it to protect you. And make sure that it at least keeps you protected. Of course, I'm going to add in the fillings as well, like the leather work, to make sure it's not stabbing you, as well as any metal in between to make sure the joints can move properly, so you're not stiff as a board. Curious what Alexander's doing. Oh, he's drunk. Okay,
I
understood.
remember when I was a young lad and didn't think I needed the padding.
Oh, time.
They never tell you how much it pinches.
Oh, yeah. Especially the small parts. One moment you're basically traveling, next thing you know, you feel your leg get pinched and then bleed out of nowhere because you decided padding was not necessary.
That's a common thing.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for soldiers, especially lads who think they're tougher than they actually are, to decide that maybe some bits of the armor are superfluous or unnecessary or a detriment to their own masculinity. I certainly was one, and I would, if I met my younger self, I'd box him by his ears.
How nice it would have been to be young back then. And to be bloody. Sometimes. But at least you grew with it. Sometimes the best mistakes in life are the ones that you grow and learn from, as they say. Even if,
Kevis is just gonna look very melancholy at the mention of mistakes and just be like, "Indeed," and that's all he's gonna say about that.
alright. But you can... Oh, right. What about you, young sir, over there? He points over to, Raven.
Well, I'm be honest, I don't think I really need anything. I've been using this equipment that I got on me for the past, what, like 10 years?
Why don't I take
I'd
a
be
look?
ashamed to change it out.
He says as he kind of gestures over to you to see if he could take a look at some of the items you use.
Sure. He'll hand him the violin that he has, and he'll say the word that turns it into a bow.
It's an interesting design. Do you remember where you got it from?
It was a gift from my best friend.
He says as he then like kind of takes it over to the table as he shows you something.
Mhm.
Now, I can actually fare this fairly well, actually. There's a few things here covering in rust, but that should be easy enough to clean up. He says as he like pulls out the equivalent of mending as he's repairing the small parts.
If he gets close to the like white wrapping around the where the handle would be, he would tell him not to fix that part. It has an engraving in it that he doesn't want to lose.
Understood. Though there is something interesting with this weapon I don't think you've noticed before, young lad.
Oh yeah? What would that be?
Well, it's kind of interesting, but there's a little bit of a interesting spot here. He says as he shows you what looks to be a small circle spot.
You know, I've had this thing for whoever knows how long. I've never seen that spot.
Probably was covered in rust before, or at the very least was just kind of not noticed after the sentiment of it. He says as he kind of takes a look. Interesting. There's a blacksmith insignia in it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Can you tell who made it?
I can. Let me see. He then kind of rubs it with like what looks to be a little bit of like oil to help loosen joints of metal. And as you do, you see him basically make a tiny fire in it so it makes a controlled flame. And that's when something interesting happens. The flame doesn't last for even more than a second as it dissipates afterwards, as you see the symbol glowing. Oh, that's new.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I didn't even know it could do that. I just thought it was a turn into a violin and that's it.
Well, you see, some people have the capabilities of crafting fine weaponry. They call the anvils of God. They're the ones who basically create very facet items, or at least give them their blessings on it. Finding one of these blacksmiths, well, you can't just find them. You have to be specifically either lucky, have the right money, or someone taking a liking to you. He says as he shows you the symbol, and it looks like a hammer that's encased in what looks to be a watchful eye. You have a very, very lovely gift here, son. Anything, this violin is worth more than you probably think, than just the sentimental value.
Oh, it's probably the one thing I'll never never get rid of. It's the only thing I have left of that friend for now.
That's fair. Though I will say, I don't know the blacksmith who made this, but I can tell you that they are a guild of people. More specifically, they're a guild of people that kind of spread themselves out. When you find one, they show you the guild. But I know they create a whole plethora of random creations. Some blessed from people without even notice. Actually, I think I might remember where the last one I heard about was, or at least a rumor. You see, there's a specific land called Velcros. I haven't been there much myself, but it is a land full of technological wonders. They're the closest who basically have advanced in our time of day. In fact, if you heard of cannons and muskets, they're the reason they're created.
What were they called again, or were they just called the gods blacksmiths? I'm making a note.
It's more of Hammer of God.
All right. Thanks. I'll make sure to try to find them if I can.
Of course. Though, if anyone else has those kinds of items, you may not notice it. But, of course, he then finishes cleaning it while doing this conversation. Have that take a look.
Yeah, he'll pick it up and look it over.
As you do so, the weapon and the item is pretty much at pristine condition again. You're surprised he was able to do that fairly quickly.
Yeah. Master's hands makes quick work.
But hopefully that was good for you, son. He says as he pats you on the back despite being small.
Yeah, perfect.
Well then, I'm gonna go ahead and continue my work on the armor. If any of you needed me, I'll be right in my little shop.
Alright.
Says as he gets back to work on the anvil. So, was there anything else you guys needed from him, or?
No? Question mark?
Not that I can think of.
Nothing comes to mind, no.
Well, you're free to explore for a little bit, as there are some stuff that you may have not noticed since your last encounter. Or stuff that you remember happened that was going to happen probably today. Where did I put him? Eh, there we go.
Hey, Sound.
Yeah.
Now that I have these lockpicking tools, can I try to lockpick these last two chests?
Alright, you're still kind of carrying them.
Yeah, I am.
Sure. You know how to roll
Hell
for the lockpicking tools, right?
I'm assuming sleight of hand.
It's weird with lockpicking tools specifically. If you're proficient in them, you add your proficiency plus your dex mod. But if you're
I'm
not
proficient with them.
if you're not proficient with them, then you just roll your dex mod. In some people's
Just
case,
dex mod?
yeah. In some people's cases, though, they would change it to sleight of hand, but that means that you have the higher risk of damaging the lockpicks. So you can roll sleight of hand.
I mean, fuck it, eyeball.
Oh no, he's pulling the gambling route.
Fucking
gonna
nat
hear it.
20.
God damn.
God damn.
You were saying
Man
shit.
really wants those chests open. Jesus.
I mean, it is shiny loot inside. Speaking of, as you do basically crack into it, essentially, you decide to see what it had since, well, the guy decided to move from the table you were at. Since he didn't want to do...
just steal his table.
Yes, as you're cracking it open and then opening it up to see what the hell's in this one. And as you do so, you are presented with a weird-ass item. I mean, one that's truly weird.
Yeah.
And as you pull it out, you see, in the best words possible, what looks to be a pocket watch.
Alright, hold on. Now, I haven't gotten any of these items appraised, right, or anything?
No, because your appraiser is just vibing right now.
Yeah, so I don't actually know what any of these do, so now I just have a pocket watch.
I mean, I could help.
I said not yet.
Oh god, why is it that I can't exit the main menu? There we go.
Alexander's gonna, like, attach it to his belt and try to start unlocking the second chest.
Which you are able to. Go for it.
Fuck it. I'm gonna use Lucky on that. Fuck it.
He jimmies.
I'll use a second point of Lucky.
Jeez.
Yeah, 18 works. As Isabella comes in and just sees you fiddling with the stamp thing.
Motherfucker.
As you finally crack it open. And
Jesus Christ.
as you decide to take a look inside this one. And what's in it is weird as well. But you see essentially what looks to be a jar.
Just a jar?
Just a jar. But it's a very big jar. There's nothing in it, but it's like a very big jar. It's like a foot tall with like... It's very big.
Why would you put a container inside another container? That doesn't make sense.
Well, most merchants do it. Mostly to stop people from stealing their stock.
There's nothing in it!
There is a cap over it, though.
Like, what? Are they trying to fucking seal air?
Some actually holds almost a pocket dimension that others can't see, but they'll be able to go into. Here, let me see it. I'll see if I can get it identified at least.
Sure, go right ahead. I'm pretty sure this is just gonna be nothing, though.
Is there anything else you need me to identify at all?
Well, I got all the other stuff from all the other chests. The only one that I'm really interested in is this dagger. The rest might be useful. I don't know what the fuck they are.
Here, I'll just spend time going over it. For the dagger, I'll just have to comprehend language in order to actually read what it says. Was it the dagger, or was it that short sword that had the writing on it?
It's the swords that had the writing on it.
Okay.
So you're trying to figure out what the swords do, what the jar
Basically
does?
what everything does. I'm just all of it.
All of it.
Alright, so...
Spoiled it.
Who's ready for the dumb shit? Let's start from top
Alright,
to bottom.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's go in order so I can write these down effectively.
Dual magic swords. They are known as dancer blades.
Ooh.
Oh, we're gonna
Yep.
have a lot of people happy about that.
when you use these items while rolling a performance check, you basically are allowed to essentially gain an action surge, essentially. However, this is a once per day use. These short swords are in tandem with each other, as each one must be wielded by you. You can't have one or the other. On top of that, these magic swords are also both, the best way to put it is these weapons are, what's that one weapon called? The very thin one. It's like a saber.
A rapier,
No, the other
or
one.
however the fuck you say the word.
No, it's the other one.
Thin and like a cutlass.
Yeah.
It's
Scimitar.
not a scimitar.
Yes. They're both scimitars, essentially. However, while each one does a 1d6 and is a +1 weapon, they also each have a different element.
Oh, hold on. Scimitar, +1 weapon. Okay, what color are they?
Well, that's the interesting thing about it. One is gold, while one is black. But like a ebony kind of black metal. As one has a 1d4 radiant damage, while the other one has 1d4 necrotic.
Okay, I'm gonna say
It's on top of their normal damage.
Yep. However, one weapon does radiant, the other one does necrotic.
Okay, so the gold one was, what was it? 1d6 or 1d4?
1d6 plus 1d4 radiant. And the other one was the same thing, but with necrotic. I like how everyone is here, and then Raven's here praying.
I would say it was gold and black, right?
Gold and black.
Yeah, I'm praying I put the meme in general.
Dear God, please kill Aquaman and his infant son, Jesus.
Alright, first one. Next one up. Beer
Oh.
dagger.
I forgot to post this one earlier when we were talking about guards.
The next one, Fear Dagger. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, this weapon has the spell Fear in it. However, it basically is a more modified version of it. First of all, the save is based on whatever your spellcasting mod is. If not, it's based on whatever your con mod is, plus whatever the save could be. And how this works is simple. When you stab an enemy with this weapon, they have to make the saving throw. If they are feared, then they are basically, well, obviously, they must take the action to run away from you and everything. However, this is not a concentration-based one. So you don't have to have this spell concentrated when you stab it into someone.
Oh.
There is... The only caveat is this thing recovers after a long rest.
So I want to clarify, the two swords are after a day, and this one is long rest.
Yes. The reason is because it's action surge much more broken than casting fear.
Oh, for sure.
Long rest. Okay. Next is a magic collar.
The collar. Oh god, I remember this one. Requirements for this one. The requirements for this is they must be of that of a charisma-based caster. So basically anyone who is socially charming. Like 90% of you.
Okay.
You gain the spell Command for free, and are able to cast it 3 times a day for free. This is an item you need to attune to, And the other thing about it is you do not need to hold concentration on this in order to cast it. Because I believe command has concentration. I need to double check because I think I could be confusing the two.
I'm gonna check.
Thank you.
Requires attunement, and what was the last bit?
It has 3 charges.
Yep.
It is not concentration.
Okay, good. I'm just stupid. There we go.
So requirements must be a charisma caster, in the command spell and can cast it 3 times per day, requires attunement, and that's it.
Yeah, afterwards, it will take a long rest to recover. It still works as the proper command spell, of course.
Oh, caps lock.
It's you use the command as an action, right?
I would assume so. Assuming that's what its casting time is.
Yeah, it is an action to cast it.
Do I have? I do not have command. If no one will want that, I don't mind.
Alright, next up, Pocket Watch.
Pocket Watch is an interesting one because it doesn't tell the time.
And what does it tell?
You to go fuck off, anyways. So
I was about to say that you're a bitch, but
Oh my
Oh.
god, it's a sentient Pocket Watch! It's fucking you melted!
Oh no, melted soul is in the pocket watch. We don't need that.
hey DK, what's up?
Who
But
the
actually,
fuck is DK?
my acronym for Dark Knight.
Oh, hi, Dark Knight.
But yeah, so the Pocket Watch is interesting because this is actually a watch of divination. Essentially, it holds 1 dice roll for you, which you can use at any point to change into that dice roll. However, this takes a long rest to recover in order to roll again.
Well, dice roll. And. Into any future.
Think of that ability that divination wizards have, where they have 2 rolls. Essentially,
It's just a weaker version of Portent.
yeah, it's a weaker version of Portent. Though now you can just give this to anyone and they can have it, and just use a reaction or whatever to basically give them that roll.
Huh.
Oddly,
Kinda cool.
just let me know when you want to know the last item.
Alright, yeah, give me the mason jar.
Give me the mason jar.
Just don't tell me there's an action figure in it.
Oh god. You just had to say something. You just had to speak those words from your mouth.
So this is known as the Illusionist's jar. It functions differently to a mag of holding. While it can hold up to 20 pounds worth of items, on the outside it looks like there's nothing inside. But on the inside, it just has that tiny pocket dimension.
You know, I didn't think I would actually be right in saying that.
Like you were like spot on.
I was just kind of pulling that out of my ass. I did not think it was true. I'm sorry, Knight.
Yeah. But the interesting thing
Can
is...
Alexander open the jar and see if there's anything actually currently in it?
Fuck! I didn't expect you to actually do that yet. Okay, fine. Roll me 1d20. Do it.
I don't know what you expected. Oh no, not that one, not that one. I need to make a separate macro for just rolling a d20. Hold on. Let me just Control C, Control V to just make it 1d20. Not 21 d20s. Oh god. Save macro. 11.
Oh god, this is actually gonna be something fucking Vincent can use.
Let's go.
So, Vincent, remember how you can only learn common-based potions?
For the moment, yes.
Here's another one. As Alexander, you decide to check inside and what's in there, and then you find something, and it's a potion. As you have no idea what the fuck this potion does.
God, something else to identify now. Okay, hand it over. And have fun with the jar. I told you that some merchants use it like that.
Alexander will just hand over the potion.
So, here's the interesting thing about this potion. This is a jar of minor alteration.
Okay.
What this jar does is essentially gives you a miniature alteration to your body. The miniature alteration can be as simple as changing your eye color, changing the tone of your voice, changing your... Slap Alexander when you're done speaking. I'll slap him now for free.
Who redeemed that? I actually didn't even do it that time.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, this will not be forgotten.
Anyways, where was I? Right. It can alter color of your eye. It can alter the tone of your voice. It can also give you a random animal feature, such as an animal tail, ear, or even scales. This lasts until you choose to drink another one of these potions to revert the effects. You can only have one effect up and as a time. So you can't be like, I want blue eyes, I want to have fucking
Oh
a
my
bear
God.
note.
You know what this means? We can make a bunch of cat people.
You mean cat girls?
And cat boys.
You two went in such different directions, it's kind of funny.
Anyhow.
Hold on, let him cook!
While Vincent's doing that, Alexander is going to put the pocket watch in his pocket. Alright. Y'all can have added to the rest of that.
Well, at least we're all technically getting something of use here. These potions of alteration should actually come in handy. I'll have to start making some. Speaking of which, Sound, how much is the price for these?
From your appraisal estimate, these potions can be roughly charged for, at the highest end, remember, from the basicness of it, it is going to be roughly 5 silver.
Alright, so that means... silver, copper, original. That's 5 silver. To be honest, I could sell for 7 silver and 5 copper. Alright.
I'm curious on who's the fucker who's gonna drink it first. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I'm also curious in that. Well, so the potion here is almost like a permanent alteration until you drink another one. It allows you to change at least one aspect of your body, including the tone of your voice. Does anyone need it right now, or should I just keep it aside to make more later?
Sounds like it might be useful later on.
By the way, you want to know what the other stuff you could have gotten was if you got one less or one higher, Seb? Quince?
Yeah, sure.
One would have been basically... One would have been a butter knife so sharp that it can cut through leather.
Vorpal butter knife.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Like, it's so specific, but it would come in useful probably multiple times, is the worst part.
And
You roll a nat 20 with it, you can perfectly cut through a piece of chicken.
and the 12 would have gotten you essentially a pet rock.
Oh, come on,
I
man!
would have loved a pet rock. Can we get a second
Son of
roll
a
in
bitch.
here?
No. Good luck with it. Yeah, by the way, the worst part was the rock was a Cyclops rock.
Ah.
The anger.
He's now gonna live with the fact that he doesn't have a fucking Cyclops rock.
I wanted the Cyrock!
Me looking at a side duck holding a rock.
What do you plan to do with that rock, sir? Sir.
I'm gonna chuck through a window!
Chief, you mind telling me what you're gonna do with that rock? Sir. Chuck it through a window.
Sir,
Window?
vandalization.
They say people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. A good thing my house is made out of wood.
Oh god, a boulder!
But yeah, as you all are essentially relaxing, you kind of see Jonathan pull up as he like goes over to all of you with essentially your meal for the day. As it gives you like essentially,
Hell yeah.
as he gives you what's the essentially standard bread and stew.
Oh, but thank you.
Of course, we are working together, and I don't want you guys to exactly feel, overly exhausted with yourselves, especially since you're doing most of the hard work. But, if you need anything else, let me know. Oi! We need some fucking drinks over here for a moment. I'll get to you, sir, I promise. Just helping other customers. Oh, man. He says as he goes back to the kitchen.
Can Alexander look at these fucks that are at the other table real quick?
Oh, yeah. You do so, and...
Can I take a guess at how much money they have?
Oh my god.
He's trying to rob him of...
Whatever he's
I never
doing,
said I
I'm
would
gonna
rob
help.
people.
Whatever he's doing, I'm gonna help!
Why?
Okay, can I get a rough estimation on their economist values real quick?
You're gonna have to roll an investigation. Isabella, what's your investigation?
Yeah, gladly. My investigation is a +3.
As for Isabella's?
Wait, I'm gonna check. Probably not. +1.
I mean, considering both of you are probably not proficient with it, fuck it, go for it. With advantage. Quib.
Oh, okay. Fuck yeah, concrete.
Fuck yeah.
I rolled double 16.
God damn. As you're kind of looking them up and down, 3 of them kind of just look like beggars. In fact, one of them is the same person that was just kind of in that room where Isabella was doing her seduction, essentially. Who wasn't even a part of it. He was just like there for the homies.
There for the homies, you say.
But the other guy, the dwarven man with the very big, luscious beard, essentially. He looks like he has something on him, especially since you see something shiny at his side. Roll me a history check.
Gladly. Where is my history?
Nat 1.
Oh my god.
You think that's a weird instrument?
I'm gonna use a spell. Can I use it on why don't I have it?
What's the spell?
I do have it. Silvery barbs. Can I use it on that?
Let me see.
Yeah. Silvery Barbs does disadvantage first and then advantage.
It's okay. I will give myself disadvantage and if I can.
But
No,
you
the
need...
beard
That's
guy.
not the stat at that point. Is that how that works?
Well, she's
I don't
not...
think so.
No, because she's not doing anything. That's the issue.
Okay.
So, Alexander, yeah, it looks like a weird kind of tuba. But you can tell gold inlings when you can see it.
Mr. Dwarf, if you're gonna be a dick, put your money where your mouth is.
You want to say something to me?
Didn't I just do that?
No, what I heard was basically just a random idiot trying to act almighty mighty. Know your
Says the
place,
person
kid.
talking down to waitstaff.
You gotta watch your tone with me, boy.
You better watch your tone with the waitstaff.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Alexander might be a money-hungry son of a gun, but he
I
will
care
not
for our
tolerate rudeness.
workers.
I care for our workers, which is more than we can say
My
for America.
brothers and sisters of the workforce, unite! We will get myself more money. I mean, we will get all of us more money.
Yeah, roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah, sure.
The perception.
Hold on, let me just check something real quick.
You when I stare at someone
Yeah,
after
okay.
I insult a worker.
Not terrible, not great.
He kind of looks at you. Look, lad. You're clearly high in spunk, but still, we're all having a long day, especially since we're not trying to deal with the nonsense that's going to happen in 2 days' time.
What happens in 2 days' time?
The annual, well, not annual, the monthly inspection of the guards arriving here. That's what's happening. And most of the time, those people tend to be just the worst sometimes. Some of them are nicer, but they had a guard hired recently, and it's a mess. He says he's like kind of plops his face onto the fucking table. Ugh.
Look, you can be bothered all you want, just don't take it out on random waitstaff.
Fine, just not dealing with it today. You then see Jonathan pull up. Here's your meals, fellas. Sorry about the wait. Sorry, lad. That's okay. I understand a lot of people are stressed out about the 2 days coming, but we do have to do what we can. We can't exactly, just sweep it under the rug. Are you staying here long, sir? No, it's just I have to for the inspection. Oh yeah, how's the rat problem, by the way? Oh, all cleaned up, actually. Thanks for asking. Oh, by the way, I should ask, again, you said you were here on business? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm trying to find a certain someone, you see. Well, hopefully that certain someone pulls up sometime soon. Yeah. He says as he like kind of leaves them to it.
Isabella looks very nosy about the fact that he's looking for someone.
Are you gonna try to listen in on the conversation they're having at the other table?
For sure.
Alexander would also love to do that.
Okay, roll me your perception, you two.
Perception.
I am also going to roll perception.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh my god.
Alright, so Isabella, you can't really, despite you being close, you can't really listen in because you don't know how far you need to lean into it. Kivas, you're kind of further in the back, so you can't really tell what he's saying. Alexander's nosy ass over here.
Yeah, Alexander's like doing the full leaning back in his chair thing with two of the legs being stuck up in the air.
Alexander, you're listening perfectly well to what he's listening to. As you end up hearing, alright lads, listen, I know I hired you to help me find this, but you can't basically do it. This bitch drunk. But you're getting drunk too, you old man. I understand that, but I have to be here for inspection. That's the worst part. Sure. So what are we looking for anyways? We're looking for somebody who may have knowledge on King Dimitri. Why are we looking for the man who knows King Dimitri again? Because I just need to double inspect something. I used to be a god of his. You know, have to just take a look at something. You know, make sure there's no bad blood between us. Why would he have bad blood between you? By the way. Yeah, payments and everything. Since Alexander, you are the only one who can listen in, insight check, please.
Oh, lovely. Inside. Oop.
It doesn't take a genius to tell that he is actually lying through his teeth, but he's lying to a bunch of drunkards, so it's very easy to him.
Can Alexander be, like, subtly writing all of this down?
Yes, you can. In fact, you're listening in on something else in particular that you write down as you hear. Just remember, once the inspection's over, we're going to take that. We're going to go down the islands, get to the one where we can get the boat, and travel downwards. Maybe then we can find the guy we're looking for. You have a good name for him? Or her? Not sure. But all I know is that they're on that last island. Just need to clarify things. Whatever the case is, man. You do you. Others are getting paid to assist in this shit. My. You're getting paid top well, so don't act as if you aren't getting paid at all. Whatever you say. I'm just gonna make sure I can sleep off this hangover.
Can Alexander be writing all this down so that either Kivas or Isabella is able to see it as I'm writing it?
Oh yeah, sure. So yeah, you two basically see the others. You see, well, pretty much everyone at the table can basically see this. The notes that Alexander wrote down.
It's at times like this I'm very sad enough playing a druid. That's fair.
Yeah, because my druid is very nosy. Can you tell DR again what he said?
They're looking for someone in particular who has info on the king, as well as needing to go to the same island that you guys need to go to. That's here on Roshni. No, wait, no, Roshni is the other one. Here on notes, fuck. Here on Krozum. He also hired 3 idiots to basically help him with this task.
Maybe we can convince him to take us with him instead. We'll get us to. We need to go there, so it might get us there easier.
Well, it's up for you guys to discuss things.
Yeah, that's what she's saying that like quietly to the party.
I mean, we could just try to get them to hire us instead of those buffoons.
That's what I said.
Oh, who died this time? Gil. Yeah.
I'm still here.
Gil's alive.
I died like
Are you-
a while ago and came back.
That's not what are you talking about?
Oh, I'm no longer in the game. I had to close everything because my internet died.
Oh, lovely.
I'll try loading Foundry again.
We should probably wait till he's alone so that those bumbling buffoons don't try to stop him from hiring us.
Mm-hmm.
That would be best option. I can also try to haggle at least some kind of price if needed.
I mean, we just need to get there.
Well, yeah, but to be fair to a merchant, money is kind of everything.
I mean, you could try your best to haggle.
We'll just have to wait until later.
There's another bot. I must snipe it.
Nah, that's my job. Damn it. By the way, Sound, real quick, can I just roll for the stopwatch real quick?
Oh yeah, you can roll for the stopwatch. See what number you can put in
just so
there.
I can get out of the way.
Watch it gets a 19. Damn,
Ooh.
that's a good one you can give to somebody.
Later on.
I have another suggestion. We can say that he can hire us with those clowns, and if things get messy, we can just sacrifice them instead of ourselves.
Not the worst idea. Anyone else have any other suggestions? Talking to literally the two only other people in the VC.
Sorry, I had to go get food. What? What
Bruh.
you learned? No. Well, I know you like eavesdropped on stuff. Did you share any of that with us, or?
Yeah, I was specifically doing that, yeah.
So we know about Dimitri's new guards coming in.
Oh, 1 second. There we go. Sorry, I have to make a new thing for my overlay. There we go.
Has the possibility of Dimitri's the new guards coming in recognizing us been brought up?
No, none of you said that. None of you brought it up.
Then I will bring it up. These new guards. Is there a possibility they may have been briefed on our identities, assuming Dimitri has discovered we have escaped prison?
Well, it's a chance that might happen, but with the new potion that I just got, As long as I can make some by tomorrow at the very latest, we should be fine, because it will just change how we look until we would drink another one.
That's good.
It's nothing major, but it should be distinct enough.
How I desperately wish we could get any news from the kingdom. I don't know if Dimitri knows we're gone yet, but considering the guard he had us placed under, I can't imagine how long it took them to relay that information, especially because if they're terrified of reporting their failure, that would slow that information down. But I at least want us to move forward with the idea that our absence has been noticed.
Well,
Agreed.
there is always one way to check. Hey, Jonathan, do you have any, like, kind of paper or something? Even a wanted poster that could have come around?
I like how you said it's not even in the room.
Let's go get
Hey,
him.
Jonathan,
Yeah.
as Jonathan's in the
Vincent-
exact opposite room, not hearing him.
Vincent has no idea. He's kind of just short and doesn't want to move off the table.
Knock, knock.
He's literally standing on the seat, just
Oh,
not even
Escapist?
realizing that at all.
Is this something I can assist with?
May I speak with you privately for a second?
Oh yeah, sure. He says as he lets you come in.
The door closes and all we hear is, "Oh, great heavens!"
Oh, great heavens! Stop, you have violated the law.
That's not all I'm about to No.
Oh god!
No. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh,
That's a bit
oh,
too
fuck,
far, I
That's
think.
not good.
Alright.
Well, it is currently raining like a bitch outside. Holy fuck.
I like how everyone's in a
I may lose
normal
power
position,
sometimes.
and then Isabella's upside down. I just noticed that.
Yeah, Isabella's
Fix
actively
it.
sitting upside down.
There we go.
I just
Isabella-
imagine Isabella's upside down in her chair.
Isabella, I'm flexible, says as she has her head on the floor while she has her feet up. She's defying gravity.
Yes.
Nothing is coming down either.
I'm just
So-
quirky like that.
It has come to my attention that apparently a new group of guards will be arriving.
Yes, that is something I did want to bring up eventually. I just wanted you all to rest a bit first.
I understand, but Vincent was wondering if you perhaps had any sort of newspaper or wanted posters in circulation. You are aware of our situation, so it is possible that these new guards might have been briefed on wanted individuals.
Hmm.
And we wanted to know if that news of our escape had reached the king yet.
Well, from what I remember, let me think. Oh wait, there is something. He says as he goes to the stove, and then you see him slide out something. I wasn't gonna bring this up until later, but here. He shows you a piece of paper, essentially. As he basically got a worded document from the prison itself. Not as a flyer, but something he was able to steal. Again, he's one of the contacts, so yoink. As you do read from one of the commanding officers, we've recently discovered that some people have actually escaped. Be on the lookout for those who basically killed the king's servants and people. the following description as just for all of them. He says as you see the list. Their whereabouts are unknown, but we'll be sending an additional small search party for any routine checks that anyone may make. While we're still trying to match the exact descriptions, those who don't are as followed. So here's the thing. The ones that they have no exact description, like no proper one, that one is
So they've got something like my basic height and like blue dragonborn, but they don't have anything like perhaps like yellow fins or any specific scars.
pretty much. Like, here's the thing. The ones in particular that have specifics are the following. Alexander. Oh, sorry, got a message. Okay, no one important. AKA my sister's letting me know that there is a random fucking package for me outside, so I'm just texting my mom real quick. Hey, can you get the package for me, please? She said okay. Okay, good. It's weird how we oddly respond fast to each other. Me and everyone in my family. Anyways. So yeah, Alexander, as well as Mira. Those two are the specific ones that have exact description of.
Fuck.
The ones that have basically like no description is basically Isabella, Cynthia, and Raven. They got like nothing on you guys. And then there's the basic as hell description of blue. Look for two blue people. One's tinier than the other.
2 blue lizards, 1 small, 1 giant.
People are looking for us.
No, here's
what
the
did
thing.
you guys do in the 10 minutes it took me to fix my stuff?
No, here's the thing, Isabella.
Yes.
They don't know that you properly escaped. They're thinking you're in like a specialty ward or something. They didn't know that you were basically vibing with Cynthia, essentially. Remember, this is this is the guy who wrote it up, by the way, is the same guy that tried to get into someone's pants, remember?
Right. So just to go over this again, the ones that they have a good description of are at least Alexander,
Because of fucking course they do.
And Mira.
and Mira. The ones that they have a decent description of are Cynthia and Raven.
No, you and Vincent.
Me and Vincent.
And then they have
And
like
then the three who are not mentioned at all are Cynthia, Isabella, and Raven.
they know a few other people escaped. However, because there was others who took charge of the chaos, aka Squirrel Man, who actually had rats.
We love you, Squirrel Man.
Squirrel man.
By the way, Gil, to catch you up to speed, a note was sent throughout the prison that a lot of people have escaped. Because here's the thing, they don't know how many are with you. Do you know that? Because here's the thing, they also wrote down below in particular how many people escaped, and it said 15 people had escaped.
Mm-hmm.
So that's you guys included.
More past us.
Yep, and you can probably tell who's one of them.
Nah.
Right, so like that.
Pretty much. So basically,
Right.
two of you are kind of noticeable because, to be fair, your guys are the only like really blue people. Like you blue double
what-
D double da.
What you're saying is, if the description is look for 2 blue guys, then we just need to make sure that Vincent and I are not in the same place.
Pretty much.
Well, it's that or
Look for the
we
blue
take-
man.
You can change the color of your skin now because of the potion too.
Yep.
Oh, wait! Mira disguises herself as a blue dragonborn. We just need one more member, and we can truly be the Blue Man Group.
God fucking damn it.
Just suddenly,
Now accepting auditions.
there's like 20 blue characters pulling up all of a sudden.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. When I said accepting auditions, I was really hoping Isabella would speak up.
She's pink.
Hey, I'm gonna be blue too.
Oh.
Yeah. No, she can drink the
You're
potion
gonna
and be
go
blue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh god. It's like, all right, look for 2 blue people. Sees 4 of them. No, that
It's just a
can't be
whole
that.
party of blue people. We all become blue.
If we turn this potion into a spray, can we turn other people blue?
No, it's a potion,
my
not a spray bottle, pendejo.
Biochemical warfare. Hell yeah.
You know what's worse?
We all turn
By
ourselves blue.
technicality, I might
Oh.
be able to change the potion to make it to where it makes others blue just by touch.
I'm blue, da boo dee da boo da.
Look, what we need to do is we need to all turn ourselves blue and then dress entirely in white, except one of us gets to wear red clothing.
What are we, the knockoff Spanish Inquisition?
The Smurfs.
Oh.
Oh my fucking god.
It took you a second, didn't it?
Someone puts Vincent in a fucking red outfit since he's canonically the smallest.
Vincent
my
can be,
God.
Papa Smurf. Sure.
What?
Give
Can
him
I
a fake
change-
beard.
Can I change my sex to male and just use disguise self to paint myself blue?
It can't give you a new gender, sadly. It could only just give you small stuff.
Oh my god.
Until I can make it into an uncommon potion, this is all we're getting.
The worst part is it's in 2 days' time for the investigation. And you guys have
I
a
mean-
bunch of stuff that's a day that takes.
I mean, that's not too bad. It allows me to restock.
I don't need the potion, I can just dye myself blue for the meme.
I'm curious on what...
Gil's doing over here.
Yeah, what's Gil doing over here? What are you doing, Mr. Gilberson?
I'm petting the horses.
That is fair. We sorry to bother you.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry to bother you. Anyways, I mean, Alexander's gonna quickly look to the 3 people that the dwarf hired. Like, how strong in general do they look?
You see one guy who has a bit of muscle, one guy that has like a couple knives on his back, like pockets,
Yeah.
and then the other guy, you have no idea what he's doing there. You see him have a stick. That's about it.
Does it look magical to me as someone who uses magic? I don't know if
It kind of looked like a wand, but honestly, it looks like he just picked up a random twig.
I mean, I feel like I could get us hired right now, if we wanted.
I feel like I could get us hired right now.
I still think that we should not take their place but join them in case we will need a bait. She will say quietly.
I mean, I guess that depends on how many people the dwarf is looking to hire at the end of the day.
Thank you for going back to my thing. Thank you for this. I'm gonna hand it back and I'll inform the others and we can make a plan of action from there.
Of course. Do be careful though.
enough clowning around. I'll go
I
back
promise
to the
only
others.
to try. Fate has made a mockery of many of them. Or chance, rather, has made a mockery of many a plan.
I'm just gonna do this real quick so
Um,
I can actually see into the room.
If he's not looking to hire all of us, I would be down to just say I'm doing it for free because I want to travel with you guys.
May I bother you, my companions, to come into this room with me?
Oh,
Sure, why not?
yeah.
Okay.
Vincent's very much taking his steppies. But,
It's
yeah.
steppies.
I'm gonna close the door. Wait. All right. It appears that, as I suspected, our absence at the prison has been noticed. And
Figured.
an official flyer has been passed around amongst many guard regiments containing descriptions of many of us. The people they have the most accurate descriptions of are Alexander and Mira. They only have a basic description for myself and Vincent, noting our reptilian nature and the color of our skin. The shared color of our skin. As for Cynthia, Isabella, and Raven, you all are... There is no description of you included. Whether that's
Well-
because they have more specialized groups focusing on you, or if they have not realized you were part of the breakout is beyond me.
Well, Vincent has a potion that can change us, so you can just change your color, and that's that.
Oh,
Mira
no.
can change.
I understand we have the potion. I just felt it best to inform you in case something happens to the disguise. Because two of us, if there's any halfway competent guard, they will at least approach Alexander to question him.
I can disguise Alexander.
I know, and
I can disguise myself if need be.
I understand. I'm hearing you about the disguises. I'm just letting you know who, at the very least, they will approach for questioning. Not necessarily that you've been made of them. But this does mean that for the future, if we end up in any place that receives guards from Rashni, we should be at the very least aware of who they might be looking for, and perhaps see if we can get our hands on any memos or anything the guards have access to see if they've updated our descriptions and the list of who is actually wanted. Because it appears, at the very least for you, Isabella, apparently there was a breakout of 15 individuals. I presume our number included among them, which means that they might have not noticed that you and you or Raven are missing yet. So it's just important that in the future we try to make ourselves as aware as possible on who they are looking for and if they've updated the list. Even if we are, capable of disguising ourselves, that is information that we can use to gauge a number of things. For instance, I'm willing to bet that if all of our descriptions get updated and are accurate after we do something to thwart the king, we can infer from that we have delivered a large blow to his plans, because he is now prioritizing a higher he is now placing us on a higher priority. Little things like that are how you can infer a lot of information from what little you are given. If no one has anything else to add, may I ask what you all were talking about when I got back?
We want to use the shorty in the other room to for easier travel to the island in the south. And I was suggesting that we try to join them instead of taking their place in case we will need a bait.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I said if he's not looking to hire too many people, I would offer to go for free in exchange for helping, just to get there.
I can do that too.
Oh, why don't we go out there and ask him then? See what he says.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on what he decides on, we can go from there.
Sounds like a plan.
Would seem like the best. Here.
I will let you all take the lead on this one. I'm good at taking hits, not talking to people.
I can talk to him.
I guess I'll help you, since I also like talking to people.
I want to see how bad this goes.
Well, you have the pocket watch anyways.
Yeah, and
It'll be fine. Excuse me, sir?
Oh, you're with him. Right, I saw you at the table earlier. What do you want?
Yeah. Okay, out of character, should I mention that we had overheard about him talking about the island, or...
I don't see
Well,
why
he's in a tavern. If you wanted it to be secret, he'd been quieter.
Yeah.
He'd heard you talk about heading to an island. It's actually where we need to go as well, so we were wondering if you would be willing to hire us
Roll me your persuasion check, Vincent.
Yeah.
Do it.
Alrighty.
Do it.
Plus 11.
Oh god. Let's go.
30.
Damn, he's literally one
damn.
away from getting a nap. The confidence. He kind of looks at you, kind of looks at the rest of your group. Then he kind of looks over to the fucking drunkards. You know what? You know what? Fine. I'm probably gonna need all the help I can get, especially. Look, I won't mince words or nothing. I just need help when it comes to once we're on the island. Afterwards, you all can do whatever you need to do. Sound fair?
Sounds perfectly fair.
Sounds perfectly fair.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm willing to pay.
I was about to ask, what kind of work do you need help with on the island?
Mostly work, like assistance with guard work. And potentially lugging things.
Well, I'm pretty sure we can do pretty good on both. Some of us more than others.
Well,
We got a kind of big party, so we'll definitely have the manpower.
Right. Well, the amount I'm willing to spend per person is let's say 5 gold per person.
Yeah, you know, that seems fair.
My
Actually,
finger is itching to attack someone. I know,
I'm gonna leave
Isabel.
it at that.
Isabel, it's okay. I know you want murder.
Yes.
I know you want murder.
I want. Out of character, I want y'all to know what my plan was to fucking try to convince the guy to hire us and taunt his 3 bodyguard bullshits, whatever they are.
Oh god, you would have killed us.
Nah, we would have been fine.
I would have won.
I probably would have one hit one of them. Probably.
I was say I was willing to 3v1 them fuckers.
So, what time would you like us to be ready to go?
After the inspection, so be ready by 2 days' time. I'll give you payment in advance.
Okay, sounds fine to me.
I'm just gonna assume that there's the other 2 over there as well, so they give you like a total of 35 in total.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just to one person, or is it 5 each
Yeah.
for this?
5
It's
each.
5 to each of us, but he's giving it all to you.
Okay, I'm just gonna take it and just give a small nod. Just go, alright, thank you for allowing us.
Can't wait to get to work.
Right. Also, you should probably know the name of your employer. Wouldn't be right. But the name is Donovan. There we go. Now you have a name because he is in the NPCs.
Hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm Raven.
Nice to meet you all. Now, prepare how you wish. I need to make sure that these drunkards don't continue. Boss, I'm fine. You spent the
Alright,
5
good
gold I
luck with
already
it.
spent on you already. To be fair,
Jesus.
I spent the 5 gold on all of us, so. That one was a
He's the idiot.
great
Looks
time.
like you'll have your hands full. We'll leave you to these guys. And he walks back to the table.
So around this time is usually when you guys would head into the small basement while everyone else is gone and, you know, take your rest and everything. So let's pretend it went from night to day, essentially. As,
By the way, out of character. Real
by the way, I can make it night real quick. Watch.
The
Nothing
sun's
happened.
gone. It's slowly turning to night. It got really dark in
I
here.
have night vision, so I don't know if
Yeah,
something happened.
a lot
to
of
me.
us have night vision. It only made the
Yeah.
shadows darker. The shadows just got slightly darker.
Yeah.
Dark vision is great to
I-
have.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can see just.
By the way, out of character, I still have 4 of those magic items that I left on the table for y'all to like choose amongst yourselves. The only one that Alexander took was the pocket watch. Y'all can figure out the rest.
I will
Raven.
take the.
I refuse to let Raven steal my seat. I'm sitting. No.
I'm taking the choker, I guess. Unless someone else wants it.
What were the magic items again?
They're in
in
loot.
Crown loot.
I have a feeling that the swords should probably go to Cynthia since she's a magic swordswoman.
Yeah.
I
Your
dagger. Don't need any of these.
I mean, I guess I can take the jar. More holding space for me.
Honestly, yeah. There's nothing in here that I really want or can use.
I mean, I could take the dagger. or either of us could if you want to use sphere.
I would say any items y'all aren't taking, Alexander's just gonna take back.
Okay, he's putting it in his pocket like the dirty little gremlin he is.
What weapon do
I have a warhammer.
All I use my bow. Let me look at what other items I have.
I am gonna have to.
I
go
literally
with
just have the bow.
Then
I'll
take the fear dagger.
I'll take the fear dagger.
What'd you
I'll
say?
take the illusionist jar, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Sorry about that. I
That's
shall
okay.
see you guys later.
All right.
Yeah.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Maybe.
I'll make the custom item.
You know, it's probably a good idea to probably end session sooner than later since we're down 3
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've lost half
It
of
was-
us.
Yeah, it was fine when it was just 2, but now we're down to 3, and I get the feeling this is gonna be like one of those episodes where our numbers just slowly dwindle.
Plus, you don't want to be like saying, you're like, yeah, we're doing this thing now. It's like we weren't there. Why would we agree to this?
Money.
In the immortal words of Mr. Krabs.
I mean, I'm talking about
Money.
for the people that aren't here.
Money. Blood.
Hello, I like money. All right, so, bit about words and shit. Isabella's taking the magic collar.
Just the base.
You both said you wanted the fear dagger.
No,
Raven and Kaivis.
I said I'd take it since he has the hammer, and the only weapon I have is ranged. Because I sold off my sword because I wasn't gonna use it.
And why'd you do that?
Because I can, and it does a lot of damage.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna guess it's
Alright.
just the base dagger that does fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I'll just copy all the stats from Roll20.
Okay, Raven, you're getting
Sweet.
that one. Okay, does anybody want the dual magic swords?
I assume that's going to go to Cynthia.
I figured, but she's just not here to like clarify that. So I'm just asking if anybody here that's here wants it.
Meanwhile, someone accidentally gives it to freaking Mira, and all of a sudden she becomes a tornado.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she can use them.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm losing my 19. No. All right. I will be back just so I can end off my stream. I will return.
Alright, but thank you all for watching. We're just going to end stream a little early, sadly. Like I said, we're down to 4 players, and I feel like it'd be wrong if we just try to continue with just 4. Since God knows what's going to happen next.
Ooh.
I'm God. But thank you all for watching.
Blood.
I'll end stream, and I will talk to my players about session, so y'all have yourselves a good night.